Hey guys, we are going back into Fists trying to protect for another budget clear. This is not going to be all missions. This will just be get the fight done, unlock Tifa's 150 amp and her 8 times chain cap. Um, and yeah, that's basically it. And then you go in after the fact with Tifa, with her, powered up, and hopefully be able to do everything within the 5 turns. Um, And just to know, I know it's using limited units, but I know on the JP server, they added a feature where you could unlock past event stages and go in and clear them. So stuff like where we got Sonin or Reno's Crowns, Cisne. If you don't, if you're watching this after her event's over, you can hopefully go get her. I forget if CD Aerith was just a login bonus or an event reward. I'm assuming she was an event reward, but you would need her EX1 for this. And then we have NVA Barrett just as a physical cover tank. So we are just going to be trying to deal with the boss's damage through general mitigation and protect Ga and Shelga from Aerith. Barrett's going to be covering all the physical stuff. Everyone has wind resist, and hopefully RNG cooperates with us, and that hopefully we don't get spammed with a bunch of magic attacks because we're not covering magic, and we're just trying to deal with it through healing and mitigations. So anyway, we'll go through gearing here. So it's free or cheap units. Some expensive gear. I tried not to go too overboard. But yeah, Cisne just 100% wind resist. Tried to give her some bulk. Chain cap accessory. She is hard to gear for Reaper. She's only at 175 Reaper. So here's her gear. Some wind resist from Luca's Valentine recipe. Some LB damage from Olivera's TMR. And then, yeah, Dark Range card. But if you don't have that, just put on your best card. So there's that on her. Sonin, yeah, Cogs card. But just tried to build him for damage. I mean, his damage is nerfed already because the boss is, I think, like 60% resistant to Earth, but he can still do a chunk. But some auto regen, auto refresh. That's more for the MP. He was having some MP issues, but yeah, you need to watch that. But wind resist, max LB against, well, 250 rebirth, max LB. Actually, we can probably fix that. We'll just go with whatever. So 9,000 attack. So max rebirth, max LB. And there's no leader on this party, just a note. And sleep immunity. She has sleep immunity. Not really too concerned about silence immunity on anyone except Aerith. So Reno's here, just sleep resist, some wind resist, mana reduction. Yeah, doesn't need evasion. And you really don't need a provoker on this party anywhere either. All the single target stuff is physical, and we're covering that anyway. So he does have some Esperfill, and he has a breaker materia, and then just a bulk card for survivability. So Aerith, she'll be in the shift form the whole fight. Just tried to give her some bulk, some wind resist, LB fill from Lumina Clothes, sleep and silence resist. She does need dual cast with Kiraga, and then some little Esper fill on her. And then a bulk card. And Barret in the shift form, just full evasion, some wind resist, and some bulk. So there's all of that. And I know that's probably not the ideal Esper for this. I put him on there on Phoenix just in case he needed to summon Phoenix to re-raise anybody, but everyone seems to be surviving all right, so you could probably swap that with another Esper, one that just gives him more bulk or some wind resist. So we do need to shift Aerith here. So Reno's staying in the base form the whole fight. And Barret's starting in the shift. Aerith's starting in shift. Yeah, so there we go. We'll get into it. And this is a crowned Reno with all his skills upgraded. So Barret's just going to put up cover this turn. Aerith is going to put up Shelga, Protectka. We'll do these twice, one of them twice, just because they're cheaper skills in her kit. And then Ardent Prayer, just to give Sonnen an element that the boss is weak to. Sisney this turn is going to Imperil Fire. What else is she doing? So Imperil Fire and then just a couple other skills. We're not going to store magic with her just because it reduces her spirit and does having issues with her wiping. So Reno is just going to put up general mitigation and then his big break skill. And Sonnen is going to Reaper Killer, Earth Amp for himself, and then Provoke. Just for mitigations. There's a random amount of magic attacks and physical. So we lucked out. We only got one magic. So I'm not sure what the most we could see is. I think it's... we could potentially get up to 5 magic attacks, I believe. So in that case, I mean, you're going to die. And you just try it again. But anyway, this turn, Aerith's going to shift at LB. We're going to LB with Sisney. Sonnen's going to LB. Reno this turn is going to LB just to keep a break fresh. And Barret's going to guard. And this rotation does only work if we didn't take that much damage on turn 1. So... anyway, we'll send Aerith and then just the chainers immediately after. Do a chunk of damage here. Okay. There's that. So Reno this turn is just going to refresh mitigations. Sonnen is going to SLB this turn. And Sisney is going to do her Imperil Grandis. Just whatever else, pretty much. Mirage, I guess. Not that we need it. And then end with storing magic. We'll do that before we send Sonnen. So, Aerith this turn can just dual cast Kiraga. Just to get everyone healed back up. And Barret can guard again. And then we'll just send Sonnen. Alright, Disney this turn is going to SLB, and we're going to triple Bolting Strike with Sonin. Aerith is going to refresh Protect and Shell, and the Fire Imbue. Turn 4, Barrett can just guard again. And Reno can summon Lakshmi to get everyone topped off. Then we'll send these two. And my apologies, I forgot to mention that Reno was on Lakshmi, just to help with the healing. So there's that. Okay. Looks like that was an unfortunate RNG roll with the magic attacks there, but we all lived, so. Aerith this turn is going to, what are we on, turn 5? She's just going to cast Kiraga twice. We're going to LB with Barrett. That'll refresh his cover and refresh general mitigation. Reno this turn is going to use the Breaker Materia. We're going to refresh the Reaper Killer, Earth Amp, and mitigations with Sonin. And Sisney this turn can just guard. Okay. We're going to summon Lakshmi with Reno. Aerith is going to refresh Protect and Shell, and the Fire Imbue. Barrett can guard. Sonin can SLB. And Sisney is just going to store magic this turn. All right. So this turn, Aerith is going to LB, Sisney is going to SLB, and Sonin's going to Bolting Strike 3 times. Reno can, let's see. What are we doing with Reno? Yeah, trying to think of our where our mitigations are at. Yeah, actually, just for safety, we're going to heal with Aerith. So she can Kiraga twice just to top everyone off. If you got lucky on the last turn and everyone was pretty close to being full, you could LB with her. But since we did take a bit of damage, she's going to just heal. Reno this turn can refresh mitigations and his break. And Barrett can put up cover. So we'll just send these two. But yeah, definitely with this clear, I mean, the goal is survival just to get through the fight. Yeah, it's unfortunate that we don't have a way to raise anyone. But so I always prioritize, your mitigations, keeping the boss broken, keeping cover up with Barrett, keeping, well, yeah, I said mitigations, more so than damage. But anyway, so this turn, Reno can summon Lakshmi. We're going to triple cast Bolting Strike this turn with these two. Just to get a bit of chip damage in. Aerith this turn can just refresh. Protect and Shell. And the Fire Imbue. And Barrett can guard. So we'll chain these two up. Okay, so at this point the Reaper Killer is actually worn off, so we're just going to refresh his 3 skills, the Earth Amp, the Reaper Killer, and then Mitigation. Sisney this turn can just guard. We'll go ahead and LB with Reno to refresh breaks. Heal with Aerith. And we will LB with Barrett. Alright, so we're just going to heal again with Aerith this turn. I'm going to use the Breaker Materia on Reno. SLB Sonin. Sisney can just store magic. Actually, it's her big store ability unlocked. Yes. So we will... Actually, we'll Imperil Fire just to make sure there's a good some Imperil in place. Whatever. And then end with her store ability. And Barrett can guard. Alright, so this turn we will go ahead and LB with Aerith, SLB Sisney, triple Bolting Strike with Sonin. We'll go ahead and summon Lakshmi this turn. Actually, yeah. We'll summon Lakshmi, and Barrett can refresh his cover. We may finish the fight this turn. We'll see. So we'll summon Aerith and then the Chainers. Okay, so there is a 2 out of 3 mission clear, and I know it's not, super exciting and flashy, but if you're struggling just to get, to get a clear in, here's a way to do it, and that would, unlock Tifa's amp and everything. So when you do have another team that would be able to get it within the 5 turns, you could come back with a strong Tifa and do that. And like I said, hopefully, I'm not basing this on anything. I suspect they might make those past events available, like with the anniversary or something, so in a couple months from now. But here's a clear that'll get 2 out of 3 missions at least with, some free or cheap units. And then the rotation from, if you can't get it done by, what turn are we on? Whatever turn we just had. It's basically the same thing. Just, make sure you're keeping the brakes up. Make sure you're keeping Protect and Shell active. General mitigation either from Barrett's LB or Reno's skill. And yeah, keep everyone healed up. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope it helped. Yeah. But we'll catch you later.